I'm joined now by Janet Lewis, the Vice President Worldwide Financial Services Industry at Microsoft, and Maroon Ode, CEO of Murex. And they're here to talk about their new partnership and the benefits that their cloud-based solution will offer the global capital markets industry. Welcome to Cyboss TV.
Thank you.
Maroon, let me start off by asking you the key challenges facing the capital markets industry at this moment.
Well, capital markets have been transforming very deeply and are under a lot of stress. Essentially, you have layers of new regulations which are transforming completely the operating model. You have to run a considerable amount of calculations to measure your risk. You have to settle faster and faster. You have to handle a very large amount of data and maintain them. And you have to connect to more and more new services. So that's putting a lot of stress on the infrastructure supporting capital markets.
So Janet, based on the challenges that Maroon has outlined, how can the cloud help him?
Well, cloud's a differentiator overall, offering a huge amount of agility, flexibility, and cost efficiencies. Regulators, as you know, in financial services, it's all about the regulation and compliance. There are deadlines and very strict deadlines. Cloud enables a much quicker time to market. Last but not least, it offers scale. So scale for demanding loads like risk and trade is really critical.
Well, we know Murex is already a leader in trading risk and post-trade solutions, so why partner with Microsoft?
Well, the world is really moving, so you cannot keep doing business as you used to do before. You have to provide options. You have to provide new options to clients. It doesn't mean that they all have to rush to the cloud, but they have to be able to consider it and to have that as an option. And for us, working with Microsoft, a recognized leader in this field and in all services around the cloud, was absolutely essential. Together, we bring more value to our common clients.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like a win-win. You're able to offer more opportunities to your clients as well. And Janet, how will Microsoft's technology provide and support Murex clients?
Microsoft provides an end-to-end cloud platform, which is quite compelling when you look at total cost of ownership. In addition, our customers are grappling with data overload. So Microsoft gives clients ability to get greater insights around that data through advanced analytics and machine learning. Microsoft is in 140 countries globally.
Mm-hmm. So Maroon, how then will this technology help you offer better services to your clients?
There are lots of possible use cases. I think I've rarely seen a technology which could bring so quickly value to our clients. Let me give you one example. Our clients, financial institutions, to measure their market risk, are now subject to a new regulation called the Fundamental Review of the Trading Book. Essentially, they have to compute between 60 and 100 more times calculations than a few years before. So imagine preparing these calculations, sending all of that to the cloud, getting very fast a response, brings them really a lot of value compared to doing that in their own infrastructure. And that's one example only.
Well, I think give me one more example, because it sounds like you're better able to support your clients as you do things better, faster, and more accurately as well.
Yes, absolutely. Let me give you an example in a field which has nothing to do with the calculation side. Simply the fact that in institutions, whenever they want to test something new, have to have an environment, let's say, to test a new regulation. And today they do that internally. Doing that on the cloud allows you to have the same thing at a fraction of the cost.
Well, data security compliance always at the top of our minds here, especially. Janet, perhaps, what would you say to banks out there who are a bit hesitant about moving to the cloud?
Well, there's the regulation, and the regulation is obviously top of mind. The last 3 or 4 years, Microsoft's been working with regulators all around the world to ensure that when a customer makes a decision to go to cloud, that they can be assured of the security and that we're meeting their requirements. The other, I think, differentiator here is hybrid. We talk about cloud, but there's hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud gives clients a choice, and between an on-prem and a public cloud environment. And lastly, if you look at cybercrime, Microsoft invests over $1 billion a year. So cybersecurity is very, very top of mind for our organization.
Maroon, I'm sure there were also certain considerations prior to moving to the cloud as a company. What were some of these, and how did you prepare yourself for the move?
Well, first you have to prepare from a technical point of view, obviously. You cannot take a technology and put it on the cloud and assume it's going to work. You have to certify it. That's very important. Second, you have to understand the global regulatory environment, which is key. And third, it's not about technology only, it's also about how you support, with the help of your partnership, your clients. So we had to build a relationship with Microsoft, and that was absolutely essential because we're not doing this each on our side, we're doing this together with the client.
So was it important to have that conversation early on to ensure that you were both on the same page, working towards the same goal?
That was critical for us because you have to see that the current transformation that our clients are undergoing is stressful, it's difficult. So they're expecting from us not just a piece of work, they're expecting partnership, and it's from us and from other companies working with them. So this topic is not an easy topic. So for us, having the relation with Microsoft was absolutely essential because it's about today, but it's also about all what is being brought to the market in the coming years. And this relation for me was absolutely vital.
Yeah, and it's important to understand that a lot of times when we talk about technology, sometimes we forget that people are behind it all. And it involves people, not just numbers on the screen.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, Janet.
Thank you. Very nice
Maroon?
meeting.
Pleasure, thank you.
Yeah.